everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today I'm bringing you another bread maker recipe, and if you don't have a bread maker, I'm sure you can do this in your oven. So you would just need a bread pan, but again, since I have my bread maker, I'm always trying to look for more ways to use it rather than just using it for fresh baked bread, which, you know, sometimes gets me in trouble. So enough of that. I'm going to jump right in. This recipe comes from a couple people that I follow over on Instagram. I will put their information here. And I'm just changing that up and maybe quadrupling the amount that I would use from their original recipe and put it into my bread maker. So again, come along with me while I make some yummy banana oatmeal chocolate chip bread. Okay, so I am working with a makeshift tripod, so hopefully it doesn't get too shaky and we can get through this recipe together. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to add in 4 eggs. We are going to take 4 super ripe bananas and we're going to mash those into our container here. Should have probably put those in first, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of go with it today. And I love finding a new recipe that is really good. And this one is pretty low in points too, which is amazing. I think it's like 2 points. I think it was 2 points when I totaled it per serving. The one that I'm making today is going to be 4 or more servings. But if it was 4 servings, I think the only thing that counts as points in this recipe is the oatmeal. So that is amazing in itself. And again, sometimes you're just looking for a really sweet treat. And a sweet treat is always something that I look forward to. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. I guess I could say any time of the day, really. So I'm just going to go ahead and mash these bananas. Just give them a really quick oh, that is shaking that. Sorry. I'm going to try to do this a little slower. And that looks a little better. I know I was shaking it pretty good. Hold on, I'm just gonna. All right, we've got that stirred together pretty well. Now, when I saw this recipe, it called for a splash of vanilla, so I'm just gonna give it a really good splash so that I know that we have that in there. It calls for, and again, I will put the ingredients down in the description below. It calls for 1 packet of sweetener per serving, so I'm going to be adding 4. So we have 4 eggs, 4 bananas. I think 4 bananas. The vanilla. We're going to add in 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm just using this baking powder. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, when I watched Mel make this, she said, of course I have a new cinnamon here, she said to add cinnamon and just measure with your heart. And I love when people tell me that, because if you're just a person that doesn't like a lot of cinnamon, then you could just do light cinnamon on this. But if you're a person that likes a lot of cinnamon, then you can really cinnamon this up. So that's what I plan on doing. I am just going to throw in a crap load. And then it calls for 1/4 cup oats per serving. So I'm going to add in 1 cup of quick oats. Okay. Just going to pour that in there. And then we're going to give that a good stir. And again, that's probably going to shake my tripod, so hold please. Okay, I've repositioned our tripod, so hopefully this works out okay. And again, I apologize, but I wanted to make this and I wanted to share it with you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray our pan. I don't normally spray my bread maker, but I thought for this recipe it might be a good idea just to go ahead and spray it. So we're going to put this mixture into our bread maker. And again, I'm just winging this, so hopefully this comes out. I really don't even need that paddle in there. I may pull that out. I'll just wash that off because we're not doing any mixing. We're just going to do the bake functionality on this one. And if you did not know, you could make quick breads. You don't have to just make yeast breads in your bread maker. And I'm on a mission to bring the bread maker back. So just so you know. So we're going to place this. I'm just going to move you here. And we're going to put this right in. We're going to shut it. I guess I could plug it in. Bear with me with my one-handed movements here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this. It says here, what do you want? And I want, I think, just a quick bake. We're going to check that one. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Express bake 7 would be here. I think express bake 7. We're going to try that and see how it goes. All right. Point of no return. Here we go. Apparently it wants to mix anyway, and I took my mixer thing out, so doesn't matter. We're just going to let it do its thing. All right, stay tuned. We'll see how this experiment works out. I almost forgot. I wanted to throw some sugar-free chocolate chips on here, and I'm only going to use a few, so it's not like every piece is not going to have enough to count for points. So I said I would just want to throw in. I think you can have, I think they said 13 per serving. And that's not too many. Definitely not 13 times 4 worth. Again, math, not my strong point. So I'm going to let this thing go, and we'll see what we have. Okay, so I have this in. I have the chocolate chips in. Just as a recap, I changed this to 12, which is just the bake function. And I'm just going to hit that. I didn't notice that one here. So hopefully this will just go and not continue to beat, because I just need this to bake. All right, so let's try that. Again, still learning. Okay, we're going to look together. I haven't even opened this yet. But it looks like it's done. So I'm going to pull it out and get it on a plate, and we'll slice into this. All right, it looks really good. It looks like it's nice and done. We're going to cut a piece now. Yeah, and I could see I could make it this way. I could see me getting more. But what I'm thinking is 1 slice will be 1 point, because if I do 8 slices, that's a nice, look at this. It's nice, it's done. Here, I'll bring it over a little bit. I will give it a quick taste test. And it cooked perfect. All right, we're gonna call this one a win. And again, sorry for all the shakiness. I wanted to get this filmed for you while I was trying it. And sometimes the camper shakes a little bit, and that's what happens. But again, I just definitely wanted to share this with you so that you could try this in your own kitchen. All right, so if you wanted to make this in your oven, I would say about 45 to 50 minutes on 350 degrees. And you could also make them in those small individual pans. And those look, probably have chocolate on my fingers, sorry. They look like this. So that will give you individual sizes if you just want to make one, just one portion. All right, so with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.